Hi, it's Chanel and welcome back to another video. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much for coming back. Today on this episode in the kitchen, I have an idea. My good friend's birthday is coming up and I want to surprise her with a sweet treat. However, she can't eat some things that are oh so sweet for her. So I'm going to practice making her a diabetic friendly key lime cheesecake. So what I have here for this ingredients, I have 2 packages of cream cheese that I've kind of let get room temperature. I'm going to need 2 eggs. I am going to use a graham cracker crust. You can buy ones that are already crushed up, but I found it very therapeutic and I crushed my own, which is what I have here. And just because this is a trial run, I just have regular size pans. So I'm going to do 2 different ones, okay? So I have my regular size pie pan here. And so for the sweetener, I'm going to try, she likes to use Swerve. Can you guys see that? Swerve. So I'm going to use this for some of the base of the inside of her cheesecake. And I'm going to also use some of this to create the crust. And then I have already washed and have waiting my fresh limes. So I'm going to go ahead and get my bowls and stuff ready, and I'm going to tap you guys back in once I'm ready. So today on the recipe is key lime cheesecake, and I already have my stove preheating to 350 in a bowl in a microwave. I have 6 tablespoons of butter that I am melting because I've got to have something to bind my crust with. So I'm going to go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way, and we're going to use graham crackers this time. So once I'm ready, I'll tap you guys back in. See you soon. Alright, so let's go ahead. I have my clean bowl. First thing we need to do is get these graham crackers in this bowl so we can make this delicious crust. Now, this is just one package so far. Like I said, you can buy these. You can buy the store mix one, graham cracker crust if you want to, or you can do like I did. I found it very therapeutic to stab them up and make them small myself, but that's what I have here. So I see some of them are still a little big, so I'll just take my little, just because I want these to be very fine. And I did 2 bags, so I have another package on standby, just in case this is not enough, because you have to make sure you have enough. Now, I've never worked with stevia before, so this one is going to be a learning process for me. I'm going to actually have to, usually I can eyeball, okay, the amount of sugar that I'm going to need, but I never worked with this before, so I'm going to actually have to taste as I go along. So what I'm going to do is, this is just my melted butter. I'm just giving it a stir. It is warm. And I like for my crust to be a little buttery, so I tend to put a little more. So I'm going to give that a good stir. I like it to be nice and golden brown. Okay. Oh, it smells good already. object is not to have it too sweet for her, okay? But I want her to know that just because it's not sweet, it can still taste good. That is our goal, okay? That's our goal for this one. Okay. Now usually this is the part where I would add the sugar, and I would add I would eyeball it at maybe 2 or 3 tablespoons of sugar. So have this, and we're going to take it easy with the swerve because I don't know. I'm just going to start with, it's a little chunky, so I'm going to start with just 1 big tablespoon. Let's see what that's going to do. Okay. Now, I can tell you what, I'm going to get another spoon because I want to be able to taste this to see if I need to pull back or if I need to add. So I'm going to get another spoon, guys. So hold on a second. Okay, so let's go ahead and just do one more little dash of this. So, okay, so that's two tablespoons of this, okay? Now we're going to give it a stir. You want to make sure you mix it from the bottom. Now I have an extra spoon here because I need to taste and see. The Lord is good right here. All right. Okay, so there it is. This is what the like almost 2 tablespoons of the swerve. I think I keep calling it stevia, but it's swerve. So perfect. We can get rid of that. That's actually perfect. You don't need anything. That's perfect. Oh my gosh. Right on the head. So, 2 tablespoons of swerve. So, this is what it's looking like. I told you I like mine to be golden, buttery looking. Be ready. I've already pre-washed and dried these, so because I don't want the water to build up. I'm just gonna put because you want. So I have my little trusty little cup here so that I can be able to go on the sides. I'm gonna start in the middle and pat my way out. If you see any big chunks, this could be the time that you can go ahead and smooth it out. You want it to go up the sides because what's cheesecake without crust up the sides? Sorry, we don't do that here. We need the whole thing to have crust, okay? And I like just because of the whole little arm strength. This little cup works wonders for me. If you have a different way of patting yours out, you can go ahead and do whatever works for you. But as you can see, this works wonders for me. Now see how I have the extra up the side? No problem. Because now I'm just going to go. I'm going to take my same spoon that I stirred. And I'm going to gently press up the sides. Because now I'm going to create that border. See that? So I'm going to finish this. Once I finish this, I will tap you guys into the next step. But I want you to fully see what I'm doing. So that there's still more in there. Because I need to take the rest and go around the sides. It has to be all the way full. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm creating that border along the sides, okay? So here it is. Got it all covered. Now, what you do for this, while we're going to make the cream, go ahead and let this sit in the refrigerator for this little few minutes while we make up the inside. Now, what I did, you don't have to do this, but I took two fingers, two clean fingers, okay, clean, and I dipped them in butter, and I pat. That's to lock it in place. You don't have to do that, but that's how I keep my crust. See that? It's locked. It's locked in there. It's in there. But that's what I did. I took two fingers and I gently, and I start from here, okay, and press outward and then press down. You don't have to do that. That's what I do. That's how I keep my crust sealed and locked, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and whip up the inside, and we're getting these together, all right? So let's get it. All right, so in my bowl, I have 2 packages of 8-ounce cream cheese. I have a half a cup of the Swerve. I have 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice. I have 1 teaspoon of the grated lime peel. I have 1 teaspoon of the vanilla here. I have 2 eggs, and now I'm going to mix this. This is all that's in the bowl. It's all in the pot. We're ready to mix it. Big boy is out. He's ready. Start on low. Let's go. And of course, we are mixing this until it gets to a smooth consistency. Okay guys, so I noticed something while I was mixing this. I noticed that it didn't have enough key lime zing to it. So I added another half a teaspoon of vanilla to it. And I added 2 more tablespoons of the pure key lime juice to it. That made it just right. So at some point you may have to taste this to make sure it's exactly what you're looking for. I don't know if it was because we're not using sugar. I'm not sure what it was, but it didn't have that key lime to it. So we got that straight. I've taken my crust out, as you can see. It was just chilling in the fridge setting. So now I'm ready, and you can see the little bits. If you want to add more um, lime pieces to it to give it a little more green effect, by all means you can, but I don't think it's necessary for this one. So I'm not going to overfill it right now because I want to make sure, and I'm going to go from the middle and gently push out, because I don't want to disturb my crust. And just try to always take it in one direction when you're smoothing. And then you want to go back because you don't want that center to just be a gob of something. And push out. And you want to push it almost up to the edge of where your crust is. And you could just take your hand and just gently turn it, and then just make sure that middle is smooth, because you want to make sure that cooks evenly. Okay, this one we are cooking. Okay, I know before usually we don't cook it, but we are cooking this one. Okay, see that's just my OCD is kicking in there. I just have got have that middle has to have that perfect little swirl, or I'm not going to be right. It's not right with the universe. Now, there, you can leave it like this, or I have some extra. I have some extra crust that I can put on the top, which is what we're going to do for the next one. I actually think I may have enough that I can use for the next one. I'm sorry, pardon my reach, guys. So let's try to see if we can fill up the next pan with it. So I've taken both of them and filled them up with just what I've made. But see, I have these extra here. No fear. You know I don't like to waste anything. So my hand is clean. But I'm going to just take these. And go right around the top. If you have some pieces that are a little chunky, it's okay. So we're going to put these in the oven at 350 for 40 minutes. You have to let these sit out and cool. You cannot eat these tonight. They have to chill for at least 3 hours. I find better results if you let them at least chill overnight, or at least 8 hours. So sorry. So we won't get to taste these tonight. nice and pretty. And so what I like to do is, if I'm doing something on the top, this is just me. I just don't not like to see any spots. So it's just me being a little anal. So I'm kind of just roughly covering it. You don't have to cover all the spots. It doesn't have to necessarily be perfect. I'm just trying to make sure that when each person gets a slice, they're going to get a little bit of everything. And I'm just going to give it a light pat. And I have it on this tray because we did make our own crust, so sometimes the crumbs will fall. I don't want it to fall in the bottom of the oven and burn, because you don't want that smell on top of your. So over here now this one look a little lonely, so I have to do something. We'll do this one like this. We'll give them a sweet little border. How about that? So he won't have a full one. It'll just have a little. A little crumb stash. How about that? So it won't be too overpowering. And then just because now the center looks a little empty, you gotta pause for the cause and sprinkle a little bit. Okay, so you can see that there is a difference. All right, so these are going in the oven. And I will tap you guys back in 40 minutes. I will set the timer. And we're going to see how our diabetic friendly key lime cheesecake turned out. I'm excited. I actually can't wait till tomorrow so I can taste it. But this was fun. It was easy. And I will do this recipe again. Swapping out so you can see how to do it with sugar, but all you do is swap out the stevia with a half a cup of sugar. But I'll show you how to do the crust with the sugar as well. Now you see those little crumbs on here, you don't want that on there because they'll burn. So you want to brush those off. Alright, this, I'm not going to be able to pick that fully up, but I'll tilt the camera so I can show you. This is our key lime. I'm not doing a good job at tilting the camera either, huh? There we go. Bring it closer. There we go. Our key lime diabetic cheesecakes. Alright, see you guys in 40 minutes. Alright guys, timer's beeping, so you know what that means. They are out, they are looking pretty. So there's the one that was fully loaded. And then there's the one that had just a little bit of crumbs on it. Kind of wish I put a little more on there, but it's okay. They still came out nice and pretty. I'm going to remove them from this tray, and I'm going to let them cool. Okay, and then I'm going to put them in the refrigerator, and so they're going to sit overnight, and so they won't be ready to eat until tomorrow. So after I let them cool for about an hour to 2 hours, then I'm going to wrap them, and then I'm going to place them in the refrigerator. And so then once I take them out tomorrow, I'll let you guys see the finished product. So then I'll end the video tomorrow. But I thank you for watching. And as always, be good to yourselves, love yourselves, and love someone else. I thank you guys for coming along with this journey. And I'm excited to see how these diabetic key lime cheesecakes turned out. So I'm going to get these off the hot stove right now and transfer them into a cooling rack, and so they can start their cooling process. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Until then, bye. Alright guys, so this is part 2. The cheesecakes have chilled overnight. I have my friend here. She's going to be brutally honest with me. So this one is just the one that just had the extra crumbs on top. And then this one was just the one that we just did with the simple crumbs on top. So what we did was we just took a slice and we kind of split it in half, and we're both going to give it a taste. So let's taste the ones with the crumbs on top first. So that will be the extra crunchy one. So we're tasting this right in front of you guys, so you can see what we think about the diabetic key lime friendly cheesecake.
A little more lime.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad.
It's really good. To be the crust is like a butter cookie.
Yeah,
that's really good. And I used more lime because when I was making it, I didn't, when I tasted it, I didn't get that kick, but I didn't want it to be too tart.
this is good.
I think this is good.
For diabetic, I think so.
All right, so for this one is a winner, guys. All right, let's go on to the next one. That was delicious. Finish that one. Wow. All right, so here we go for part B. I'll move that out of the way. This one actually tastes like it has more lime than the first one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's got a little. Does this get a kick to it?
It does. This one has more kick to it for some reason. It's good though.
It is.
You can taste it. That key lime kick.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That was really good. Ooh.
There's that key lime kick that you look for when you're looking for. I wonder if it's because by me adding the extra crumbs here, if it took away some of the flavor from here. It's good. It just needs a little more kick, but it's nice and subtle for a key lime. So there you guys have it.
Excellent.
Right here. We are tasting it right in front of you. So you can't say you don't know how these turned out. These are the diabetic friendly key lime cheesecakes, and to me they both are winners.
Absolutely.
And again, I did not use sugar. I used the Swerve, and I used the Swerve for the crust and for the inside of it. And I'm really amazed. This is really good.
I think they're really good.
So she has a soft voice, but you can hear her. Say it a little louder, okay? So I don't hear you.
These taste awesome.
There you have it. All right, guys. I thank you guys for watching. I hope you try this recipe. I hope you like it. And remember, you don't have to be a diabetic to use this recipe. If you just want to use something to cut back on sugar, to use an alternative, this will be perfect. Both of these turned out amazing. And here's the kicker. I used the same batter for both of these cheesecakes. Only thing was I just added a little more lime to one dosage than the other. That is absolutely it. I did not use two separate things. So there you guys have it. Until next time, I thank you for watching. And as always, be good to yourselves, love yourselves, and love someone else. Until next time, peace and blessings, and I will see you all on the next video. Until then, bye.